To our top story this morning, Prime Minister Modi is going to be in pole-bound Tamil Nadu today to inaugurate and lay foundation stone for several key projects. The Prime Minister is scheduled to arrive at Chennai Airport at about 10:35 a.m. He is going to be then headed to the Jawaharlal Nehru Indoor Stadium, where a grand function has been organized. During his visit, the PM is going to be handing over the state-of-the-art Arjun main battle tank to the Army, indigenously developed by DRDO. It is an upgraded version of Arjun tank, comes with superior firepower, increased mobility, enhanced protection. He's also going to be inaugurating Chennai Metro Rail Phase 1 extension and commission the passenger services from Washermanpet to Wimco Nagar. He will be launching the 4th railway line between Chennai Beach and Adipattu. After the government function, he is expected to meet Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister for an informal conversation. The political temperature is set to escalate in Kerala ahead of the state assembly polls. Prime Minister Modi is going to be embarking upon BJP's Mission South today. He will reach INS Garuda Cochin Airport in pole-bound state of Kerala at 3 in the afternoon. He's scheduled to inaugurate BPCL's development project worth 6,000 crore rupees, followed by Sagarika Cruise Terminal at Cochin Port. Meanwhile, Pinarayi Vijayan will kickstart LDF's poll campaign rally led by the CPIM and adding fuel to the battle for Kerala. Mani C. Kappan's NCP is formally going to be joining the United Democratic Front in Kottayam amidst Ramesh Chennithala's Aishwarya Kerala Yatra. It is Battle of Yatras in Bengal. Days after BJP President Nadda launched the Parivartan Yatra, Trinamool Congress has launched a counter yatra. Mamata Banerjee's nephew and TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee launched the party's Rath Yatra called Didir Doot or Didi's Messenger in 24 North Parganas. The TMC has designed buses as Rath that are going to be used for the poll campaigns. The TMC leaders and ministers will travel in those buses across the state. They will also go ahead and highlight the Mamata government's achievements. Besides this, the ruling party has also launched a mobile app to inform the voters about Bengal government's development schemes.
রথযাত্রা তো ওরা করেছে, অভিষেক তো করেন। অভিষেক দিদির দুধ বলে একটা আলাদা জিনিস বার করে, সেটা রথযাত্রা না। রথযাত্রার মধ্যে একটা রিলিজিয়াস কনোটেশন আছে। জগন্নাথের রথ বার হয়, তার সাথে ওদের রথ বার হচ্ছে। আমরা তো তা করিনি। অভিষেক একটা দিদির দুধ বলে একটা প্রোগ্রাম করেছে, তার সাথে কোনো সম্পর্ক নেই। বিজেপি যেভাবে রাজনীতিটা ধর্মীয় অ্যাঙ্গেল দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করছে, তাকে আমরা আপত্তি করি এবং তাকে আমরা প্রতিরোধ করি।
It's Ram versus Durga in battleground Bengal. The TMC and the BJP have now started Dharma Yudh against each other. Leaving political barbs aside, the Lord and goddesses seem to have become the new flashpoint. Here's more.
The political showdown in Bengal has taken a new twist. The slugfest for polls has now turned into a battle of gods. Kiske Ram and Kiske Durga is the new flashpoint between the Trinamool Congress and the Bharatiya Janata Party. And it all started in India Today Conclave East, where BJP's Dilip Ghosh spoke about the difference between Lord Ram and Ma Durga.
भगवान राम एक राजा थे, कोई अवतार मानता है उनको, और उनकी 14 जो पूर्वपुरुष थे उनका नाम भी आपको मिलेगा, दुर्गा का मिलेगा क्या? तो इसलिए एक राजा, एक सुशासक, मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम ऐसा माना जाता है।
TMC's Kakuli Ghosh Dastidar was quick to slam the Ghosh.
I think the people of Bengal and people of India, the Hindus actually should decide, because Durga is a concept not only in Bengal. It is a very strong pillar of Hinduism.
And the TMC was not going to let the issue go. On Saturday, Mamata's nephew Abhishek Banerjee at a rally targeted Ghosh over what he called an insult to Ma Durga.
ইন্ডিয়া টুডে বলে একটা সর্বভারতীয় সংবাদ মাধ্যমের একটা কনক্লেভ ছিল, সেখানে গিয়ে বলছে যে রামের তো 14 পুরুষের আমরা আদি বৃত্তান্ত জানি, মা দুর্গার 14 পুরুষের আমরা কিছু জানি না, মা দুর্গার কোনো ভ্যালু নেই, রামই সর্বায় সর্বা।
The TMC MP also dared BJP over their Jai Shri Ram slogan.
ভোট শেষ হওয়ার আগে ওই অমিত শাহ বলেছে না, মমতা জি ভি জয় শ্রী রাম বলেগি, তোমাদেরকে দিও জয় সিয়ারাম বলিয়ে ছাড়বো যদি বাপের বেটা হই।
While the BJP continues to play Jai Shri Ram card, TMC has also upped its ante by bringing Maa Durga into the battle. From politics of violence to the outsiders debate to Netaji's legacy row, Battle for Bengal has now turned into a Dharma Yuddha.
Dilip Ghosh's comments has given the Trinamool Congress a potent weapon to counter the BJP's blistering attack against party supremo Mamata Banerjee over the Jai Shri Ram slogan row. The Trinamool has accused the BJP of being anti-women and claims that Dilip Ghosh's remarks is not just an insult for goddess Durga, but an insult for women folk in general in Bengal. With camera person Prabir Biswas, Indrajit for India Today in Kolkata.
No end to political violence in poll-bound Bengal. BJP leader was injured after his car was attacked with crude bombs in North 24 Parganas. Feroz Kamal Ghazi's car was allegedly attacked near highway. The BJP leader's car was badly damaged as a result of the crude bomb attack. Ghazi was an influential Trinamool leader before he switched to the BJP. The injured BJP leader has now been treated at a private hospital in Kolkata. Days after a young man, Rinku Sharma, was stabbed to death in Delhi's Mongolpuri, the cops have ruled out communal angles. So far, 5 accused have been arrested. This, even as politics continues over the brutal murder. Here's a look at the report coming in.
A birthday celebration that turned into a funeral. Chilling details are now emerging into the brutal murder of Rinku Sharma in the national capital, which has now been transferred to the crime branch. 5 accused in the case have already been arrested. On February 10th, Rinku had gone to attend his friend Babu's birthday party. During the party, 2 friends got into a fight and Rinku tried to intervene to defuse the situation.
झगड़ा सर किसी से हुआ था, मैं वहाँ पे बैठे था, सारे एंजॉय कर रहे थे पार्टी का, तो आपस में हंसी मजाक चल रहा था हमारा। कुछ चलते चलते ना, तो उसको पता नहीं क्या हो, जाहिद को एकदम से खड़ा हो गाली गलौज करने लग गया मेरे से। तो उतने में मैं खड़ा, मैंने भाई मेरे को क्यों गाली बक रहा भाई, तो ऐसे ही ना सूरज आया, सूरज ने मेरे को धक्का दे दिया, तो उतने बीच में ना मेरा हाथ छूट गया था जाहिद के ऊपर, तो उसने जाहिद ने भी मेरे ऊपर हाथ छोड़ दिया था। फिर वहाँ से बात हमारी खत्म हो गई सारी। जो वहाँ का रेस्टोरेंट का ओनर है उन्होंने बोला तो आपका बिल सब हो गया, आप यहाँ चले जाओ भाई। तो उन्होंने हमारे को समझो के सुंजेटा करके भेज दिया हमारे को।
एकदम से वो लड़का उठा सचिन, और उससे बात हुई, वो आपस में कुछ एकदम ही हो गया, और ज़्यादा बात बढ़ने से अच्छा है कि एक किसी ना किसी को निकाल दिया। तो मैंने सचिन को कहा कि तू जा।
Later in the night, around 10:30 p.m., the main accused and Rinku's friend Zahid and his accomplices went to the victim's house, where they found Rinku and his elder brother already standing outside their house with sticks. A scuffle broke out between the two sides once again. As the argument escalated, Zahid and his friends stabbed Rinku to death.
रिंकू अपने घर के लिए जा रहा था, इतने में हम लोग आगे गए और देखा कि एकदम से भीड़ का हल्ला आया बहुत जोर से। हम लोग वापस आके देखा तो रिंकू के घर पे अटैक कर रखा था इन्होंने, और अटैक डंडे वंडे सब चल रहे थे वहाँ पे बुरी तरीके से। फिर उसके बाद ये हुआ कि हम लोग बीच बचाव करा रहे थे, उसकी फैमिली को सेव करने में लगे थे, एकदम से हल्ला हुआ कि रिंकू के चाकू लग गया, रिंकू के चाकू लग गया। वो सारी की सारी भीड़ रिंकू की तरफ भागी। फिर वहाँ पे हमने देखा तो रिंकू के चाकू लगा हुआ था।
Rinku's family has alleged a communal motive to his murder, claiming that the mob wanted to kill the entire family.
5 अगस्त को एक हमने छोटा सा प्रोग्राम राम जन्मभूमि के ऊपर हमने एक छोटी सी रैली निकाली थी, राम यात्रा निकाली थी। तो उसमें रिंकू भैया भी, मेरे बड़े भाई भी मौजूद थे और सारे संगठन के लोग मौजूद थे। तो ये उसी दिन से भैया के पीछे पड़े हुए थे, पूरी फैमिली पे हमारी अटैक किया पहले, और जैसे ही हमारे भैया बाहर गिर गए 20 मीटर की दूरी पे भैया को इन्होंने चाकू मार दिया।
हमें तो 5 को मारने आए थे, वो आए हैं, गैस को सिलेंडर खोल दिया मेरा पूरी।
कौन खोल के ले जा रहा था?
सर मैं नाम नहीं जानती, कितने जने थे, किसको जानूं। मैं सिलेंडर खींचा मैंने और मेरे बच्चे को खींच के बाहर ले गए, मार दिया उसको जान से।
However, Delhi police has ruled out a communal angle and said that the fight at the birthday party took place due to a business rivalry.
इसमें हमने रेलिवेंट सेक्शन में तभी एफआईआर दर्ज करके तुरंत कार्रवाई करते हुए स्ट्रॉन्ग एक्शन लिया और सभी चारों जो अपराधी थे उनको अरेस्ट किया। इस रेस्टोरेंट को लेकर इसके बंद होने के ऊपर ये झगड़े की शुरुआत हुई है, बाकी और किसी भी तरह की रंजिश अभी सामने नहीं आई।
The murder of 25-year-old Rinku Sharma in Delhi's Mangolpuri area has now turned into a political slugfest as well. Actor Kangana Ranaut and Congress leader Abhishek Manu Singhvi targeted the Arvind Kejriwal government, questioning why the Chief Minister hasn't met with the victim's family. Meanwhile, BJP says that Rinku was their member and now want justice for him.
दोषियों को गिरफ्तार करके कड़ी से कड़ी सजा होनी चाहिए, ताकि हम समाज में ऐसे लोगों के खिलाफ एक कड़ा संदेश दे सकें। ये हमारी सभी से प्रार्थना है। पुलिस से अपेक्षा है कि ऐसे लोगों को यथाशीघ्र गिरफ्तार किया जाए, इसमें देरी नहीं होनी चाहिए और कड़ी से कड़ी सजा हो, ताकि कहीं भी किसी के साथ ऐसी घटना न हो सके।
Now politics has erupted over Rinku Sharma's death, with the BJP and the VHP calling it mob lynching by linking it to the Ram Mandir. But the police is saying that they are investigating all angles of the murder case. With Pradeep Gupta, Milan Sharma for India Today.
It is the second anniversary of Pulwama terror attack today. The CRPF is going to be paying homage to 40 Jawans who lost their lives in the terror attack in February 14. The CRPF is going to be paying respects to the Jawan at the attack site. Meanwhile, protesting farmers are going to be holding a candle march and other programs across the country in respect of those who were killed in the attack. 40 CRPF personnel were martyred after a suicide bomber affiliated to Jaish-e-Mohammed rammed his explosive-laden car into the convoy carrying the Jawans. The attack mastermind, Masood Azhar, still remains scot-free in Pakistan. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Saturday launched a scathing attack on the opposition over Article 370. He defended the scrapping of the special status. He assured the House that J&K will get statehood at the right time. The Home Minister trained guns at opposition, asking what did 3 families do for the development of Jammu and Kashmir during their rule. Take a look.
आपकी मन की आशंकाओं को जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता पर क्यों थोप रहे हो? मैंने इसी सदन में कहा है और फिर से कहता हूं कि इस बिल का जम्मू कश्मीर के स्टेटहुड से कोई लेन देन नहीं है। उपयुक्त समय पर जम्मू कश्मीर को स्टेटहुड दिया जाएगा। इसके कारण जम्मू और कश्मीर का पूरा
With that promise, Amit Shah tore into the opposition over Jammu and Kashmir.
सूरज निकलने का पहले मुर्गी चिल्लाने लगते हैं।
Home Minister's blitzkrieg on floor of Lok Sabha, fiercest defense of abrogation of Article 370. On Saturday, Shah launched a blistering attack on the opposition, especially the Congress, accusing it of ignoring Jammu and Kashmir's development for generation after generation.
ये हमेशा 370, 35 से ऐसे झुनझुने पकड़ाते थे। ना बिजली की बात करते थे, ना पानी की बात करते थे। जम्मू कश्मीर के दुर्गम क्षेत्रों के अंदर जो लोग बसते हैं, इनकी स्वास्थ्य की चिंता क्या की है 3 परिवारों ने? मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, 70 साल तक आपने शासन किया, जम्मू कश्मीर के अवाम के स्वास्थ्य के लिए आपने क्या किया? कोई आपत्ति नहीं, मैं हिसाब देता हूं, आना पाई का हिसाब देता हूं, एक एक काम का हिसाब देता हूं, एक एक बात का हिसाब देता हूं। परंतु मैं इतना कहना चाहता हूं, माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, जिनको पीढ़ियों तक शासन करने का मौका दिया, वो जरा अपने गिरेबान में झांक कर देखे कि हम हिसाब मांगने के लायक है या नहीं। क्यों कोई पूछता नहीं था? क्योंकि वोट बैंक की राजनीति करनी थी।
Shah highlighted Modi government's development initiatives in Jammu and Kashmir after scrapping its special status.
ये पूछते हैं हमें क्या किया, इसलिए मैं बताता हूं। 50,000 परिवार को स्वास्थ्य बीमा के तहत कवर कर दिया गया है। रोजगार के अंदर लगभग 10,000 युवाओं को कवर किया, 6,000 नए काम शुरू करे और 4,440 क्रिकेट और फुटबॉल की किटों को गांवों में पहुंचकर बच्चों के हाथ में बंदूक की जगह क्रिकेट का बैट हो, इसकी व्यवस्था हमने करी। 2022 में हम रेलवे से कश्मीर को घाटी को जोड़ने का काम भी समाप्त। अब मुझे इलाज कराने के लिए किसी के सामने हाथ फैलाने की जरूरत नहीं है।
Shah's vociferous defense comes days after the centre restored 4G internet services in J&K and Ladakh. He denied any international pressure behind the move.
2G से 4G विदेशियों के दबाव में किया है। ओवैसी साहब को मालूम नहीं है, जिसका वो समर्थन करते थे वो यूपीए की सरकार चली गई है। ये नरेंद्र मोदी की भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार। इस देश के फैसले ये देश करता है, इस देश के फैसले इस देश की संसद करती है। कोई हम पर दबाव नहीं कर सकता। आपने घंटों भर
And then Parliament witnessed a fierce war of words between Congress leader of Lok Sabha Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary and Amit Shah.
नियम तोड़कर आप नहीं बोल सकते होंगे। हम ये सदन के अंदर गुहार लगाए थे, ये जम्मू कश्मीर की आर्टिकल 370 एप्लीकेशन होने की बात कि एक ऑल पार्टी डेलीगेशन क्यों ना हम जम्मू कश्मीर ये विषय नहीं है। आपकी सरकार को ये हिम्मत नहीं हुई एक ऑल पार्टी डेलीगेशन भेजने की। आप यूरोप से लाते हैं, तो दिल्ली में सारे एम्बेसडर को बुलाते हैं, लेकिन हमें नहीं बुलाते। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, ये बात इन्होंने करी है, ठीक नहीं है। ऑल पार्टी डेलीगेशन कभी भी जाना चाहे आज चला जाए, कोई नहीं। आप जाइए ना, मैं कहाँ रोक रहा हूँ। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, ये ऑल पार्टी नहीं, मुझे रिपोर्ट क्लियर करना पड़ेगा। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी कब जाना चाहते थे? जब 370 हटाई तब, और वो मरहम लगाने जाना नहीं चाहते थे, उकसाने के लिए जाना चाहते थे, इसलिए परमिशन नहीं दी।
It's been 18 months since the bifurcation of J&K. On Saturday, during discussion on J&K Reorganization Amendment Bill, the centre responded with its commitment to development agenda after opposition MPs leveled charges against Modi government for failing to live up to the expectations of the newly formed Union Territory. With camera person Pawan, this is Anand Patel in New Delhi for India Today.
It was a wicket with the ball, particularly the spinners were expected to dominate the proceedings, but as it turned out, Rohit Sharma changed it all with the dominant 161 that allowed India to surge ahead in the second test. Rohit played his strokes despite some quick wickets at the other end and then got Ajinkya Rahane to give him company as India finished the day at 300 for 6.
What they're going to see over the next few...
India won an important toss and would have wished to make it count.
Ollie Stone.
Shubman Gill surely missed out when neither the opener nor India had opened their account.
For Ollie Stone.
The ball was turning big, but Rohit Sharma had his own ways to deal with it.
What a shot. Slightly fuller.
The Indian opener did not hold himself back, scored boundaries frequently and applied himself well to counter the English attack.
What a player.
While Pujara was batting as usual, runs were flowing from the other end with Rohit reaching his half-century in quick time.
And a commanding 50 for Rohit Sharma.
India looked well placed when Jack Leach got Cheteshwar Pujara before lunch.
That's smartly taken.
One wicket gave way to another, and this time Moeen Ali drew Virat Kohli forward to a well-tossed up delivery that spun and crashed onto the Indian skipper's off stump.
Absolutely stunned. And so is the crowd here.
Rohit though seemed to be batting on a different wicket and got an able ally in Ajinkya Rahane.
That's delightful.
The Indian opener brought up his 7th test century and England were under pressure.
Brilliant, outstanding 100. Will be very, very happy on a difficult pitch.
Rahane also raised a much-needed half-century and his 162-run stand was brought to an end by Leach with the dismissal of Rohit Sharma. But not before the Indian opener had scored a magnificent 161.
And Rohit Sharma, what a wonderful innings, 161.
1 run later, Rahane was walking back too after being dismissed by Moeen Ali with India at 249 for 5.
Sense of guilt maybe.
India lost R. Ashwin before Rishabh Pant and debutant Akshar Patel avoided any further casualty as India ended day 1 at 300 for 6. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Rohit Sharma could not get runs in the opening test against England, but in the second, the Indian opener proved how impactful he is for this Indian team. On a square turn, Rohit dominated the English bowlers and handed India an early advantage in this crucial test that India needs to win to keep its hope of playing the World Test Championship final alive.
Hitman is back.
Brilliant 100 from Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma has overcome his failures in the opening test with a majestic ton.
Brilliant, outstanding 100.
Rohit at the top is always a dangerous proposition for any opposition. And at Chepauk in the second test, Rohit just proved it why.
Commanding 50 for Rohit Sharma.
On a wicket where every other batsman struggled for runs, the Mumbai Marauder dictated the terms and raced to his 7th test century.
Brilliant 100 from Rohit Sharma.
The Indian opener not just held the innings together but scored runs at a brisk pace.
Takes the good shot off.
Rohit did the bulk of scoring and completed his ton when India's total was 147.
Rohit Sharma somewhere near his best.
In the series opener, the hitman fell cheaply in both the innings, but this time around, he was a man on a mission.
Dispatched him for 6. What a shot. What a player.
Even on the tour of Australia, Rohit provided India with some good starts.
Glorious boundary through the cut.
Although he was guilty of throwing it away, nevertheless, his contribution reflected in India's success, especially in the last 2 test matches.
It's a very important milestone. He doesn't open too much.
On a turning track where the ball started to turn square on day 1 itself, Rohit seemed to be batting on a completely different wicket.
Slightly fuller against the spin off.
That's the value of Rohit Sharma. When he scores big. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.